I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. Got Will with me.
What it do? There's a cinnamon bun down here. No, I can just take yours when you don't like it.
Man, you look familiar.
I've got a little YouTube channel where we do
I've
bourbon
seen you
stuff.
on the YouTube. That's cool, man. Right on.
We are going to the Majestic. Harry Truman peed in that toilet right there, so it's got a lot of prestige.
Harry who?
This is a bit of a gloomy day, but honestly, I've never been more happy to see rain. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, and it has been freaking hot. And now it's like 10 degrees cooler thanks to a little bit of rain. I will take it. We're gonna start our bourbon hunt today up in Gladstone. We're gonna hit a couple of stores up here, and then we'll go down more closer to the actual city. I did something today that I've never done before. I actually pre-gamed this store. I just was bored. We were waiting to check into our Airbnb. And so I came in here yesterday. They had a couple of bottles. They didn't have many of them, but there's some things we were looking for. I probably should have just bought them yesterday, but I did not. Got Will with me. Will, say hello.
What it do? It's raining really bad.
This is raining really, really bad, but this is a Hy-Vee, so a grocery store liquor, which we've had some luck with now. All right, now we've got a liquor selection over here, scotches and Irish whiskeys and some Ben Holidays. Of course, they drop Will's moonshine. He drinks like a college kid.
No, I was just looking at it and I've never seen that before.
That one might be more authentic, who knows? Apparently if you pay taxes on it, it's not moonshine. I didn't say that. That's what they say. Ooh, look at that one right there. Knob Creek Prairie. Never seen that one before. That is one that was in here yesterday. I'm like, I really want to buy that one. It's not a tax write-off if I don't buy it on camera.
I paid my taxes over a year ago.
So I waited, got my Prairie, a couple of other bottles. I saw them sitting over there behind the counter. I think we're still going to be able to get them.
You ever had this before?
Dickel Barrel Select. I have a Dickel Barrel Select from Spillway at the house.
You like it?
The funny thing is other than the minerality, I like everything about it, but that minerality just hits me all sorts of the wrong way. I've still got the Peerless Double Oaked at the house for you.
Yeah, I need to grab that.
But I found one in St. Louis for like 89 bucks. It was the cheapest I'd ever seen one. Also, don't think I've ever seen this. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention to it, but 108 proof Jim Beam single barrel. I'm gonna grab that too while we're at it. Like 108 proof, like I got the 7 and it was okay. It wasn't anything special, but it's 90 proof. I think this 108 proof might be the difference here. Will, tote this for me. I'm running out of arms already. See anything that tickles your fancy?
Not really. Nothing tickling me yet.
Nothing tickling me yet. $49.99 for freaking juke joint, uncut, unfiltered. Like it just gets cheaper. I was saying it's probably the best value in small producer at 55. It's cheaper than 55 here. We're gonna stop at Blue Note on my way back home from this trip, have some conversations with them about getting some whiskey because it's so good for that price. Some J. Reiger stuff. I bought some Reigers. I have a few bottles of Reigers. Probably need to keep buying. If I see anything really interesting, a single barrel or something that somebody has, I'll probably pick that up. Now we looked at a lot of this stuff like West Bottoms over in St. Louis. St. Louis? St. Louis? St. Louis. Let's go see what they got up behind the counter. Still got that old Overholt back there.
Yep.
Nice.
I got plenty of them.
Okay if I get 2 of those?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll take 2 of those old Overholts. And you still got the, yeah, if you've got that other one, that would be great. You want one yourself or you just want to try mine?
I got 2.
I'll take one.
You'll take one as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've not heard anything about it. No one's asked me about it. So I'll let you.
So this is Gentleman's Cut. This is Steph Curry's Game Changer, distilled, aged, and bottled in Boone County, Kentucky. 90 proof is not great. There's something on the back here from Steph, produced by Game Changer. I don't know how much this is either, and I'm buying you one. How much is this?
$79.99.
It's $80. This is gonna be the most expensive bottle of whiskey you own.
I can just take yours when you don't like it. I'll just do that.
You just take mine when I don't like it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Let's just take one of the Gentleman's
I
Cut.
just want it on my shelf.
Yeah. You just take mine when I don't like it, because it's inevitable
Yeah, I don't think
that I'm not gonna love it. I mean, it might be okay. I'm not gonna love it. I think that's got it.
360 OE?
Below the budget at the first store. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks guys.
No, I didn't see any Southern tea or sugar cookies.
I mean, we've got some in Memphis we're gonna pick up, right?
Yeah, but I want some now that I know I have some coming in Memphis.
So you got to pregame it?
Well, that's still like probably a month away until I get it.
Yeah, fair enough. So we're going to be on the lookout for Southern Tier Sugar Cookie.
I've been waiting, what, 6 years now?
Now we're beer hunting. Blew the budget a little bit there on this one, but Glenn, I went hunting with in Elizabethtown. I think he was on the Elizabethtown hunt. We were looking for that old Overholt 10. Picked him up a bottle. I'm gonna mule back to him next time I head up to Kentucky. So the budget's not as blown as it appeared, but still, really big buy at the first store. It's getting out of hand with these affordable bottles. Like you find super expensive bottles, you tend to dial it back down. When I find affordable bottles like 40, 50 bucks, like the Knob Creeks, like those don't even count, and I tend to overdo it. So we gotta have to pay attention. Let's see what the next door holds. All right, gloomy day, but our next stop is Cloud 9 Liquors. Doing this one in the car so I don't get too soaking wet. I don't know how waterproof or water resistant this camera is. Probably not that much. I am already on Cloud 9 after finding that old Overholt 10. Never had it before, but you know, when you're looking for something and you come across it, it's exciting. So have a goal, be looking for something. Just makes it more exciting when you finally find it. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. Some Kentucky Owl up in here. Was it batch 12? Yellowstone limited edition.
Some more Elvis whiskey.
That's what you need. You need that Elvis whiskey. I tried it. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it was still, well, those are not the ones. I got the banana peanut butter. Not good, not good. Not as terrible as I thought it was gonna be.
You had this before?
Yeah, the James Pepper decanters. We're running into those a lot. They're everywhere now. Somebody gave me a sample of theirs, really liked it. I bought a bottle, it was okay. They put out a bunch of batches of those. I know we mention it almost every hunt now. We find them or somebody asks me about them. So early batches seem to be really good. The batch I got was good. It was probably worth the 50 bucks I paid for it, but wasn't as exceptional as I was hoping based on the sample that I'd had. Rock Chalk, yeah, those are J. Riger's.
That's cool.
And that's local stuff. I'm looking to see if I can't find like a single barrel somebody might have done from them. Well, Dickel Tabasco's still hanging around. They can't still be making that, can they?
Produced in
Bunch of good
small
times,
batches
right?
with 0 BS.
With 0 BS. I mean, okay.
There you go.
Does the BS make for a better or worse whiskey?
Some Starlight Blackberry. Never seen that before.
There's a blackberry flavored whiskey, so that's not a finish. That is an outright blackberry flavored. Somebody was asking me about that the other day and I hadn't had it.
There you go. Your time to shine.
No, I think I'll pass. I did buy some of their like wines and things while I was up there last year. Really good stuff, just not what I'm drinking. And Jill wasn't as big a fan of the really heavily flavored wines as I was, the fruit flavored wines. A little High West gift set down there. It's a Good Time cigar finish. I was looking for the finish on it. It's up top. Straight bourbon Good Times. Oh, there's a Baker 7 up top there. I don't know what this Still 630 sorghum straight whiskey. Best in category. Like, I'm curious as to how many straight sorghum whiskeys were in this category submitted to this award for this one to beat. Because I probably could find a very obscure whiskey category, submit and win with an awful whiskey and be the best in a category that nobody else submitted to. So y'all let me know how many sorghum straight whiskeys are there and how many of them do you think actually submitted to whatever award they won best in category. And also, is sorghum whiskey good? Don't know. Too many bourbons to buy. Some fancy stuff over here. See anything that interests you?
No. I'll check out the beer though.
Check out, oh, you looking for your sugar cookie?
Yep. Some gin and juice.
Yeah. I mean, the gin and juice has a 63 Impala on it, so it almost got me because I also have a 63 Impala, but can't do it. A lot of Boulevards.
Southern Tier.
Southern Tier, what does it look like? Here's a cinnamon bun ale from Boulevard. Sounds like something you might like.
I don't think so, Captain.
Oh, you're like, oh, sugar cookie. That's very manly, but cinnamon bun, no.
It's just the way you said it. I don't know. There's a cinnamon bun down here.
That's what we're looking for. Frosted sugar cookie. Looks like a Christmas release. I assume if you find these in the middle of summer, they're going to be old and stale. That's my assumptions. They put them out at Christmas time, and any he gets now are going to be 6 months old.
Never gonna find it.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, what is that?
So negative.
Oh man, I thought that was the same brewing company, but it's not. Strawberry shortcake fandango. That sounds crazy.
Medium-sized bourbon selection there, nothing too extravagant. No barrel picks whatsoever. They did have the Yellowstone limited edition, which I know a lot of y'all have liked those. I've seen a bunch of them. A bunch of them are still sitting around from where they released those months and months ago. So now we've got to run and grab Jill and my daughters and some folks, and we're going to take them where they need to go. And then we're going to pick up our hunt down kind of south of Kansas City in a different area, see what we find down there. We might even get across the border to Kansas if we have a little time, but we do have a dinner at 5:30 at a really cool restaurant in Kansas City that I'm going to take y'all along for at the end of this video. So I'll catch up with you after we run our errands and we get to that next store. Sometimes you just see a liquor store not far from the Airbnb you're renting and you just have to stop, despite it not being on the list of stores we were going to try to hit. This is Discount Smokes and Liquor. So he asked me to cut off the camera there. They've got another store over in Kansas that has a much larger selection. Made it sound like maybe most of their higher end stuff was over there, but then he also said, great prices, can't believe the prices. And then he said it was $150 for a Blanton's, and he's right, I can't believe that. So no need to hang out here. We're gonna do what we said we were gonna do and catch y'all at the next one. And then next door is Plaza Liquors. Well, Plaza has a no filming policy, so much for that one. They have a lot of whiskey in there. They have some barrel picks, nothing that really jumped out at me. They have a room of organized chaos, which makes no sense to me. It's kind of hard to see what was in there, but they do have a few bottles. 13th Colonies apparently just hit the market here. I think we've seen them in a couple of places. They do have some here, but on to the next store. All right, we tried hunting a little closer to downtown. They didn't really want us to film. I think they have a lot of theft problems there. They were a little concerned about that. So we ended up just putting in the name of a place that looked pretty good, and it carried us over here to Kansas. Now I know some folks get mad. They're like, you know exactly where you're at. Well, if you're that person that thinks I should know exactly where I'm at all times, not the video for you, because we are in Kansas. I don't know what this neighborhood or town or area is called, but Google will tell you if you look up the bottle shop.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
All right, how about yourself?
Good. Man, you look familiar.
I've got a little YouTube channel where we do
I've
bourbon
seen you
stuff.
on the YouTube. That's cool, man. Right on.
I probably might have seen
Really?
it.
TJ.
Bourbon hunters, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
I've
nice
definitely
to
seen
meet
you. What's up,
you.
man? Welcome in.
Brewzle, as most people know me.
Okay.
This is my son, Will.
What's up, man?
Hi.
We're just, we were in Kansas City just doing some bourbon hunting. They don't really like for you to walk in with a camera downtown. I guess they're afraid you're going to steal all the whiskey, or everybody's going to see where it's at and they'll steal all the whiskey. I don't know. So we just decided to get out of town a little bit.
Hey, cool. Right on.
How's the bourbon selection over here?
Come take a look, man. You tell us.
I know.
All right, so is it a new store?
New ownership.
I got you. Got some Garrison Brothers there right off the bat. Not a bad sign. Not my style of whiskey, but at least different. Mythology rye.
Yeah, that's a cool little label. I like that. 10-year too. You ever had it?
I have not. And I'm liking older ryes, but that one's kind of pricey at 91 bucks. So somebody's gonna have to tell me that they like it for me to jump off on this Mythology. If you've had the Mythology 10-year rye, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll grab it next time I see it. I have seen it a time or two.
Distilled in Indiana, but bottled and blended in Denver.
So it's probably gonna be MGP 95.5 rye. And the problem is like that 95.5 Bullet 12 is like 45 bucks. Now this one is 102 proof, so you get a little more proof points, but it's probably going to be very similar whiskey, I would think. And that Bullet is just such a good value. It makes it hard to buy these ryes. I've bought so many more expensive ryes that just haven't been as good as that one. That one's got floaters. Is it? No.
It's a whiskey punch, I guess. I don't know.
You want to look for your beer?
Sure.
We're going to find this thing somewhere, and you're going to be so excited.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna drink all of it in like an hour.
If you find it, how much of it are you going to buy?
Well, I've already got 2 cases in Memphis. Well, 2 4-packs in Memphis that you're supposed to pick up for me. But it just depends on the price. There's 15 bucks for 4. Yeah.
So you like it,
Yeah, I like
but
it.
not that much.
I want to make sure, like I said, it's been like 6 years since I've had it, so I want to make sure I actually still really like it.
I do not see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
So the 2 cases might be enough. So how's the whiskey scene in Kansas in general?
So the big thing is the sherry barrels.
Okay.
You know, that's kind of the thing. Rieger's like the big boy here.
Okay.
And they kind of started the whole sherry cask thing. And then my favorite's the West Bottoms, but they do the sherry barrel cask, super smoky.
Do you have a sherry cask from either of those here?
Yeah, this West Bottoms.
So that is a sherry cask finish?
And so is the Rieger's. I think these both probably are. This is just for the basketball team. But the West Bottom's my favorite. Real smoky, nice.
So Kansas City whiskey, this is not a bourbon necessarily?
Yeah, correct. But that's kind of their calling card is the sherry barrels.
So it's a blend of straight bourbon, straight rye, and light corn whiskey with a trace amount of 15-year-old Oloroso sherry. So it's not a sherry cask finish. This is actually a blend of a bunch of different types of whiskey, including a sherry. Interesting. I'll have to check this out.
Yeah, man.
Haven't tried that one. Appreciate it. You think this one's better than the West Bottoms?
I think the West Bottoms is better, in my
Ooh,
opinion.
okay.
It's got a little more bite, the West Bottoms does.
Kind of same thing. Kansas City style whiskey, so it's going to be same basic formula.
Okay, same deal, yeah.
All right, here, we'll take this one instead. I'm sure I'm going to find a Rieger bourbon or something.
They're everywhere, man. Yeah.
A blend. I want to find a single barrel from them. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's grab that West Bottoms.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in, man.
Yes, it's nice out here.
Well, where else is on your list? Are you guys heading to do?
We've done a ton. We were just trying to find a couple more stores to round it out. The fact that I couldn't film downtown, we probably need to add a couple of stores. So if you got any really big bourbon selections around here?
I mean, not that I know. I was gonna say I don't know how long you guys are in town, but if you get a chance to do the Rieger's tasting,
okay,
they'll do tastings and everything.
Yeah.
It's a huge facility. It's a great time. A lot of it's great.
Normally, we'll get back for that. We're doing stuff with Ben Holiday all week. So tomorrow we're at Ben Holiday all the way through Sunday.
I should just taste them for the first time. The weeded is
it's so
killer,
good,
man. It's
Yeah,
killer.
the Rickhouse proof.
Yeah.
In particular is really nice.
Yeah, cool. Right on. Well, thanks
All right,
for stopping
appreciate it.
in.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So somebody finally sold me on one of those Kansas City whiskeys. Didn't realize what they were, but we got one now. We're going to see what that's like. We did see a couple of small liquor stores not far from here. We may swing by, see what those are about. And then I got one more on my list a little bit further out, and then we're going to go to dinner. All right, this bourbon hunt has been a bit of a grind, from stores not letting us film inside to just how spread out some things are and traffic and different stuff. Like, it's been tough. It's been tough sledding today. We started off on such a high note at that Hy-Vee, bought quite a few bottles there, and it's just been tough ever since. This one is in Olathe, Kansas, so we're getting out a little ways, but they had Weller Antique 107 in their Google listing review. I know they're not going to have it here, but you got Weller Antique 107 in your listing, maybe you get some allocation worth checking out. And this next door is Prairie Liquors. Hey, how are you? Oh, not too bad. Make sure there's nothing fancy hiding behind the counter here. Some Bookers up there.
Last one we have.
I don't buy every batch. I buy a batch when mine's done, and I think I'm still pretty solid on the one I've got. Are you going straight for the beers?
See if they got it.
More McLaren Jack Daniels. I feel like they might have made a few more of those McLaren bottles than the market actually wanted. Like, just tons of those everywhere. A rare breed rye right there. I need to grab one of those at some point. I don't have one of those, and I don't have a Turkey 101 rye on my bar, but I probably just grab those somewhere closer to home where I don't have to carry them.
What you know about this?
Well, I know about what? I ain't seen
John
that side.
Chester Ross.
I don't know, man. I've seen it.
The bottle's pretty.
It is a very interesting bottle. Read it. Tell us what it says.
Didn't really say too much. 100 proof. Batch 2, bottle number 376. A blend of straight wheat, straight bourbon, straight rye, and single malt whiskeys.
It was
With
a
a
single malt that
whisper.
got us. Yeah, we had looked at that, but the single malt just kind of threw me off.
What you know about this?
Again, I looked at it. Read it. Remind me why I didn't read it.
51% corn, 29% rye, 11% wheat, 7% malt.
What does it say?
William Russell Ross, straight bourbon whiskey, not for everyone.
What does it say who distilled it? Was that one of the ones that says bought, blended, and bottled?
Bought, blended, and bottled by House of
Yeah. So they sourced it, but
Curiosity?
I don't really know where.
Yeah, Lee Summit, distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Okay, so it's MGP.
Not for everybody.
Limited. Yeah, not, they don't want it to be for everybody. I'm not everybody. No, it's probably good, but just again, MGP stuff. You just got to find a way to make it stand out. And if they're blending it, probably different than what else is on the market. Y'all let me know if that bottle is worth getting. What was the name of that bottle?
William Russell Ross.
This guy right here. That's single malts.
Yeah, distilled in Indiana.
Yeah, I'm just not a single malt guy.
This is straight bourbon.
Oh, I was looking at the one next to it, so that's different, even though they're the same label.
Don't jump the gun there, buddy boy.
Produced and bottled by, distilled in Indiana.
Yep. Got a lot of those around here.
A lot of those everywhere.
What you know about this? Same bottle. Is this made by the same?
It's the Murray Hill Club. Yeah, those both Joseph Magnus. I'm not a huge fan of the Joseph Magnus. I don't hate it. I'm not a huge fan of it outside of the cigar blend. I did just buy one of those Hemingway Ryes. Rebel 10 right there. You don't see those every day.
Distilled in Kentucky, bottled in Rhode Island.
Wonder who they're sourcing from. Another 2XO right there. 15-year-old George Dickel. See, the Russell 10 here is 50. What was it at the store you saw it there?
It was 44.
44.
Yeah.
So, might have been a good deal. There's Peerless High Rye right here for $137. Will. The KC Dynasty.
Store pick or something?
Oh, that's not for sale.
Oh.
You get the sticker, free sticker at checkout. So you buy this one, they give you the
Gotcha.
sticker.
I got a bunch of Peerless, man.
We can't tater sticker, and we got your double oak.
Is that a good price?
I mean, it's cheaper than I paid for it, but I've seen it cheaper. Got those cash strength redwoods. I think I've got 2 out of those 3 down there already. Peerless pricing is the most inconsistent pricing out of all the pricings. You looking at the fancy stuff now?
Yeah.
Private Barrel Elijah Craig right here. 125 proof. Maker's Mark Private Selection. Those Maker's Mark just don't get drank. I've got 3 or 4 of them at the house. Just never worth buying to me. But if you like those Maker's Mark Private Selections, let me know. I mean, they're usually good, but just never get finished around the house. Some Ryes, Blade and Bow. Yeah, I don't see anything particularly. Tons of Boulevard. I wonder if I should get that for your mother.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
She's supposed to take some back home. I don't think she wanted to carry it around all week, so I'm sure we'll buy it on the way out. I have a YouTube channel where we just bourbon hunt, so we just drive across country. How's the bourbon scene here?
It's slow.
Okay.
We don't get a whole lot of allocateds and stuff in, really. I hear Missouri side is a lot better for bourbon.
Okay, so stay on that side of the river.
Yeah. We have all of our liquor laws are still from Prohibition era down here, so it's a lot harder for us to get stuff in. I say, even something like Buffalo Trace, we only get in once every 3-4 months.
Cool, well, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so on this hunt, we were a little more random than I had hoped. I had a few stores planned out close to where our Airbnb was, and that's where we started with the Hy-Vee, but then Jill wanted to go downtown. We only had 1 car, timing with dinner and everything kind of made it complicated. So we ended up just almost randomly jumping from store to store based on some Google searches, and didn't turn out too well. But overall, happy with the hunt, really happy with those few bottles we got at the first store, and then we found that Kansas style whiskey. That'll be fun to try. Never had anything quite like that. So overall, pretty good. But now we are going to go grab some food, have a few cocktails. I'll see y'all at the restaurant. Dude, I'm excited as could be about that old Overholt 10. We are now about to have a really nice dinner. We are going to the Majestic. Now, they came highly recommended here in Kansas City, but also they had reached out because they're fans of the channel. So double whammy, great recommendation from folks, and they're fans of the channel. We got to go check this out. Now, we are meeting up with pretty much the entire Brewzle crew here at the Majestic, kicking off a big week where we're doing a bunch of stuff with Ben Holiday. So we got almost everybody in town for that, and this is kind of the first evening to start those festivities. And then we'll be doing a ton of Ben Holiday content the rest of the week, so be on the lookout for that stuff coming here pretty soon. But man, I can't wait to have a really nice ribeye. What'd you say, Jill?
Parisi coffee. It's the
You went to
best.
Prairie coffee?
Yes, it's the
Good
best
stuff?
coffee. Oh my goodness. And I got some that's bourbon barrel aged coffee, and it's aged in a Ben Holiday, a retired Ben Holiday barrel.
It wasn't retired then, they put it to work.
Well, true, it was retired previously. It came out of retirement to become the best coffee.
Okay. And you tried it.
I haven't tried that one yet, but Parisi coffee in general is the best coffee I've ever had. Ever.
And you just discovered it today or you knew about it?
No, I knew about it when we were here last time. Just can't find it in Alabama, so.
So you bought a bunch of it?
I bought 2 bags.
That's not gonna do.
Probably not.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, you guys are good to go. So through here, up as far as you can go.
Oh, this is awesome.
How's it going?
It's going, man. How about yourself?
Doing well, welcome.
Hey, TJ.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to
Nick.
meet you. All right, got my cardio in, walked up a couple of flights of stairs. So that's always good, but really cool freaking room up here. Like, this is what we need. We need a Brewzle club about like this right here. Hey, Will, Harry Truman peed in that toilet right there, so it's got a lot of prestige.
Harry who?
But then you peed in it, so all the prestige went away.
Who?
You didn't see the sign on top of it?
No.
Oh. History wasn't his strong suit. So Harry Truman peed right there. So, and I also know why it took Will so long. That's why he closed the door. Will didn't. He closed the door behind him. Okay, we are waiting on Seth and Grant from the Brewzle team, as always. Always late, those fellas. And while we're doing that, Will is going to pick a bourbon. And am I supposed to try to pick what it is? You think it's something I'll know?
You might. I mean,
Okay,
I'm sure you will.
here.
So we're gonna go with the Redwood Empire Haystack 15-year single barrel. And we'll see if he gets it.
No way I get it.
No.
Do you think I've ever had it?
No.
Okay.
That's why I don't think you'll ever get it. And I know you have a lot of bourbons and whiskey, so
Okay.
I don't think you've ever had this one.
Is it a good one, you think?
I've never had it, so I don't know.
You gonna tell me what it is so I'll know?
It sounds good.
Well, I also have not warmed up my palate, so if I'm just go ahead and bringing the excuses out. I did have a Coke and an Old Fashioned, so I'm good. I'm gonna nail this one. There are certain brands I can have that I'm like, I'll nail that brand almost every time. There are a lot of them that I will not.
Remember we went to that place in Orlando where you had to guess what she made your old fashioned with or whatever?
Yes.
You didn't get that right.
Why are you bringing that up?
You failed.
That was in an Old Fashioned though. Honestly, as soon as she said it, I was like, I really should have. The flavor was there. I didn't pick it up. I thought it was part of the sweetness. Like, I think she made it with Angel's Envy, if I'm remembering correctly. And I should have picked up the port, but I thought the port was part of maybe their Old Fashioned recipe or something, like some of the sweetness from that. So I should have got it. He's right. I missed that one badly. You rub it in? Go ahead, rub it in. Rub it in.
So if you don't get this right, we get 2 golf videos. If you do get it right, we get 0. How about that? We're already at 1.
How many bourbons do they have on the menu?
A lot.
Do I have access to the menu when choosing?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, I got access to the menu. Okay, we have a very healthy pour of whatever this is. Smells like dish soap.
Now you can't just get the brand right. You have to get what it is. That was the stipulation. So.
I'm not a fan of these aromas. Dry, little harshness, wine finish maybe. My guess, Old Elk Port finish.
No.
Dang it. What is
It's a
it?
Redwood 15-year.
No finish? That's got a finish to it.
Not as good as I thought it was, huh?
No, this is not as good as I thought it was.
Well, that's 2 golf videos, Alex. You heard it here first.
I would have guessed, like, I was looking for a sherry finish, maybe a Cabernet finish. Like, it has a real soft dryness to it, like a very drying effect, like it would have been finished in something. Can I see this bottle? Thank you. Well, I mean, the age shows, but honestly, I thought what I'm picking up as age now, I thought would have been maybe part of the finish.
So have you ever tried that before?
I've definitely never tried this one.
Have you ever had like redwood at all?
Yeah, the cast strength Pipe Dream, really, really good. The Lost Monarch's really good. I think I've got a cast strength Lost Monarch now. I just bought on a recent hunt. Haystack Needle single barrel straight bourbon whiskey, not finished at all. That you could definitely fool me on that one.
That's pretty good though. I like that.
I'm not in love with it, no. A little too dry for me. And it's got a sweetness that I would have said is a wine finish. I don't like the nose at all. The nose is like mediocre at best. The palate's better, but it's still not great. Sorry, I still love you, Redwood Empire. I still love you. Just don't love this. Can you read that with your good eyes? I don't need glasses. Okay, hold on. Let's get Will here.
Haystack Needle is a limited release single barrel offering from Redwood Empire. Select lots of 15-year-old straight bourbon have been carefully chosen from our Sonoma County rickhouse. This whiskey was distilled in 2006 and has spent the last several years aging in our temperature wine country climate. Each barrel is individually bottled, non-chill filtered, to preserve rich natural flavors and offered at barrel strength.
Smell that and tell me that doesn't smell like it's got some sort of wine finish on it.
I smell something. I don't know if it's wine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's been in wine country, but not a wine finish. So maybe the climate out there makes a huge difference in what wine tastes like. This is a Ben Holiday Glen. Repping right here, the Ben Holiday. I don't know what a bottle of that costs. I assume 15-year-old, pretty expensive. The fact that I've never seen one, probably hard to come by. Not a buy for me. We have some food starting to arrive here. We've been having a great conversation. This is an awesome room. The entire Brewzle team is here hanging out, or at least most of the Brewzle team, maybe not the entire Brewzle team. Look at that ribeye. This ribeye was aged for how long? Like 30 something days? 32 days dry aged. It looks fantastic. Let's give it a try. All right, perfectly cooked. As good as you can cook that right there, as far as like a medium ribeye. That's one of the best steaks I've had in a long time. That's so good. What do you think, Will?
Let Harriet Truman be the judge of that.
Harriet Truman?
What, Harry Truman? I was thinking of Tubman, Harriet Tubman, Harry Truman. She.
Don't embarrass me.
She has no idea.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I like that.
Got a little dessert here. I didn't want dessert. Don't need dessert. Trying to stay on a diet. But Jill forces me. We've got a standing pack. Anytime we go to a restaurant, if they have bread pudding, it's an instant yes. So I'm not going to eat all of this. Don't worry. But there is the bread pudding. I've never seen it packaged up in nice, neat little slices right here. But everything we've had so far has been fantastic. Why not the bread pudding? Yeah, exceptional. How's the cake down there, Jill?
Better than Lush.
Better than Publix.
Better than Publix.
Okay. Jill's a big fan of Publix carrot cake, and apparently they eclipsed that. This is also better than Publix bread pudding because I don't think they sell bread pudding. Maybe they do. Y'all prove me wrong, but I've never had it. Had a great time bourbon hunting today, although it was a little bit of a chaotic bourbon hunt. Of course, we ended the day with a fantastic meal here at the Majestic. If you find yourself in Kansas City, I highly suggest this place, especially if you can get upstairs to the VIP cigar lounge here. Really awesome environment. The food is fantastic. And the thought for the day, I've been trying to leave y'all with thoughts of the day for a lot of these videos. And a lot of this is around the camaraderie and the social aspect of whiskey. And I know I've touched on this a little bit, but man, it is so much more fun when you find other whiskey folks to hang out with, to spend time with. It is much more about all of the folks in this room and much less about me or the whiskey that we're consuming. And so try to find other groups. We have the Discord open. We've got different state chat rooms in there so you can find other people to hang out with, find somebody to go bourbon hunting with, find somebody to share your bottles with, pop every one of them because they look just as good empty I appreciate y'all watching all the way to the end. We'll see y'all in the next one.